Innovation isn't just an idea, it's the force that drives nations forward. And right here in Nigeria, a powerful revolution is taking shape, not in government halls or on the streets, but in labs, workshops and classrooms. Imagine a Nigeria where ideas don't just remain on paper, where groundbreaking research fuels industries and homegrown technology powers the economy. Now, what if I told you that the future is already being built? By Delta-2, Nigeria's premier technology transfer and innovation funding program, through the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, and the Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, PICTT, Delta-2 is championing a bold vision to make Nigeria not just a consumer of technology, but a global innovator. But Delta-2 isn't an isolated initiative. It is built on years of collaboration and strategic planning. The story of Delta-2 began with a vision, one that dates back to 2014, when Nigeria, through NASENI, signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Technology Agency of the Czech Republic.
The reason why Nigeria was admitted into the Delta-2 program as far back as 2014 is for us to be able to tap into the knowledge and technological advancement of the Czech Republic and see how we can transfer it back to Nigeria to help our scientists and our entrepreneurs to develop products and programs that otherwise we normally import to upscale our technological advancement as a country. So what Delta-2 does is to bring in a consortium that comprises of 4 entities: the research agency in the Czech Republic, the entrepreneurs in the Czech Republic, the research agency in Nigeria, and the entrepreneurs in Nigeria, to come up with a problem that is localized here in Nigeria, and to see how we can tap into the technological advancement of the Czech Republic to see how we can locally produce goods and services that will help our country. That is basically what the agreement entails, and that is what we have been doing in the PIC for over 10 years now. Although at the beginning we didn't have the funding and we didn't have the structure in place until around 2022, when President Buhari then set up the PIC and also moved National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure from Ministry of Science and Technology to the presidency, and then afforded them the opportunity to tap into their funding for us to start the program.
To bring this vision to life, the Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, PICTT, was inaugurated in December 2020. Its mission: to promote the adoption of cutting-edge technologies across Nigeria's key industries. During its maiden meeting, the committee identified 3 priority areas: agriculture, mining, general manufacturing for SME development. Since then, this partnership has blossomed, leading to many projects, one of which is the Delta-2 program for bilateral cooperation between Nigerian and Czech innovators. Delta-2 isn't just a funding program, it's a bridge connecting Nigeria's brightest minds with global expertise.
The Delta-2 program is an exchange program between Nigeria and Czech Republic with regards to innovation, right? Czech is very much advanced, with regards to technologies, and we also understand that they need the local players to be able to fully domesticate these technologies here. So it's a win-win situation. It's not just about Nigeria winning or Czech winning, but it's a mutual, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. While they have advanced technologies, but these technologies have to be adapted to local conditions. And in Nigeria, we have people that understand the local conditions to be able to share that, with the other side. So it's a very interesting program, and it brings about funding, it brings about mentorship, it brings about international collaboration, But the end result is to be able to see a technology transfer that works for both sides.
I am Dr. Kote Grace Oluwatoyi, a Chief Lecturer of the Department of Statistics, Federal Polytechnic, Offa. I am the Principal Investigator on the Aeroponics Delta-2 project here in Offa. This project is a very laudable one in the sense that this innovation will tackle hunger. We have developed a method that will bring about 2,900% increase in tomato yield when you compare it to the traditional method. And I'm going to give a simple illustration. When you look at this PVC, you'll find 30 planting points. And it means that when we begin to plant, we're going to have tomato plants in each of it, as against just one planting spot, which you have with the traditional, or we'll call it the conventional farming system. Now, we will be doing this without using soil. We'll have all our plants suspended in the air. And with this method, we'll have disease-free plants because they're not going to be interacted. There will be no herbs, competing plants around it. All we're going to have is our plants, and we're going to feed them with the nutrients. We'll feed the roots with the nutrient directly. So we'll have 3 times yield aside the volume increase. This project is going to give opportunity to our youth. We're going to have the privilege to introduce this technique to youth, and it will create jobs. Above all, it will reduce hunger, and the scarcity of tomatoes that you usually find when the season is off. With this method, scarcity will be greatly reduced.
My name is Olayinka Wokwetu. I'm a professor of applied manufacturing technology, cutting tools and machine tools. I am in the Department of Industrial and Production Engineering. I am the principal investigator, PI, for the projects, design and development of a multi-stock feed for production of bioethanol. We have been on it since 2022, and the reason for picking bioethanol production is the importance to the economy of any nation, and most importantly Nigeria. It's good in the laboratories, disinfecting pre-bore equipment. It could be used to blend petrol. The usage is enormous. Hospitals and this energy, it could be made into jelly and then used to cook at home, and a vast variety of things that it could be used for. And that's why we thought that yes, in a country like Nigeria, we may be able to benefit from that production. And it is far underproduced in Nigeria.
The name of this project is Agro Waste Conversion Technology for the Production of Animal Feed and Fiber. For short, we call it ALCONTECH. It is a Delta-2 project of the PICCT, domiciled in NASENI. And what we do essentially is to look at our agricultural wastes. What are these wastes? The things we would have ordinarily thrown away after we have taken our food from the farm. And instead of letting these things go waste, we have devised a technology that converts them to feed so that the animals, what I mean animals, goats, cows, sheep, can benefit from the things we ordinarily don't need.
Delta-2 isn't just investing in projects, it's investing in the future.
My name is Engineer Ovento Dr. Sadiq Abubakar Mohammed. an associate professor at the Department of Agricultural and Bioresource Engineering, Federal University of Technology, NIN. The title of my presentation here is Production of Absorption Cartridge for the Purification of Wastewater used for crop irrigation in Nigeria. Problem statement. Over the years, water and wastewater for drinking has been extensively studied, but seldom when it comes to irrigation. People hardly hear the wastewater that is being used for crop irrigation, and that is a pointer to us to actually come in to look into that.
I want to seize this opportunity on behalf of my team members and my humble self to say a big thank you to the federal government through NASENI for granting us this very rare privilege to host this project.
Without NASENI, without the Presidential Implementation Committee, we would not be here today. I would like at this point to thank the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Khalil Suleiman, and the Chairman of the PICTT, Dr. Mohamed Dahiru.
The essence of this project is to use to process natural fibers and then reinforce plastics so that we have lightweight structure and then clean environment that have been littered with waste plastics. When you look at my right hand side now, you see a product. This is crop plastic waste. What we do is that we recycle the waste. These waste are the plastics, buckets, plastic sheets, plastic tanks of PP and high density material that are littered in the streets that we want to crush. What is involved there is crushing and washing. When we crush and wash, it will dry and get it ready for recycling. This is the pellets we got from recycled plastic. Let me use this opportunity to thank the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Dr. Khalil Suleiman, for giving me this opportunity to be at this stage of the research. I also thank Chairman PICTT, Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, Dr. Mohamed Dahiru.
Delta-2 is structured for impact. The program isn't just throwing money at research. Most of the projects under Delta-2 are designed to transition into commercial production, generating an estimated 2.9 billion naira annually across various sectors.
In whatever you are doing as a country, if you don't develop your human capital, there's no way you can develop as a country. And what Delta-2 has helped us to do is to see how we can develop our local capacity at home, and then also come up with similar programs without relying on the Czech or any other country for us to harness these opportunities locally and come up with products and programs that will help us grow as a nation. One of my big takeaway is the Delta program, which is an offshoot of what we are doing in Delta-2. It has given me happiness that within our own context as a country, we have been able to coin a program like Delta that is almost the same with what we have in Delta-2, but this one focusing on female engineers and see how we grow that aspect of our technological ecosystem in terms of getting the female engineers participate in this kind of programs that will give them the opportunity to showcase also their skill and also to encourage female to also join the engineering profession. So that is my biggest takeaway from it, that apart from getting the transfer of technology here in Nigeria, we are transferring know-how for our people to be able to do things by ourselves.
My name is Immaculate Tawankwong. I am a student of Junior High School Faithful Bobolada, Abuja. The name of our current scheme is the brightest. The name of this machine is ultra-modern seed planting and spraying chemical machine. The reason behind this project is the time and energy consumed in farming, which end up affecting the farmer's lifespan and agricultural produce. And according to the World Health Organization, 2022, we presented the report about the lifespan of a farmer in carrying out code method in agriculture has shown that for every 10 farmers, 7 of them will get either body pain, heat stroke, low quality of their life, and low rate of agricultural produce. We the client of junior high school factory governor that Abuja, just the problem that the farmers are facing, so the guy can make a machine which will help in counting of seed, digging of hole, spraying of chemical, and covering the hole after planting.
My name is Janda Ibrahim Bishin from Federal University of Technology, Mina, Mechanical Engineering Department. So my innovation is I'm able to produce a brake pad from plant organic waste, which is known in northern part of Nigeria as goruba, and the English name of it is gingerbread palm fruits. So I've been able to produce the brake pad that has all the that's up to the standard of what we have in the markets.
My name is Amina Ibrahim Khalil. I'm from Kano. I studied electrical engineering from Bahrain University, Kano. I did my master's from University of Glasgow in Scotland, United Kingdom. And during my master's degree, I used the UAV control as my thesis. That led to the innovation of this project, which is a real-time security system for surveillance and real-time tracking.
My name is Engineer Hawa Ibrahim Khalil. I'm an electrical engineer. I studied electrical engineering for my first degree at Bahrain University, Kano, and telecommunications engineering for my master's degree. I'm part of the team of engineers that developed this device, a drone.
This project is carried out by a group of engineers under Germanium Solutions Engineering Limited, GCEL. It's a UAV unmanned aerial vehicle that it's been controlled to fly around any terrain, and it has an AI system in it, so it captures the image around and then it sends back the images or signal to the personnel.
I want to thank NASENI for making us to develop the project to this stage, and I would like for them to continue the intervention in other schools.
It is true that without sufficient funding, even the best ideas can wither and die. To fuel this technological revolution, funding plays a critical role.
My advice to young innovators seeking federal government funding is to have high hopes that their dreams would come to reality with agencies like NASENI and PICTT. On this note, I would like to thank the Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, PICTT, and National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, for their support in bringing my own dream to reality.
Statistics and realize that there is no balance between how much women engineers we have in the country. That's why we created a specific, unique program, towards women. And with regards to young innovators generally, NASENI is supporting them, because the most crisp ideas come from the young ones. They are more agile and quicker to address challenges, especially around innovation. And we also work as policymakers, to give them favorable environment, and also try to encourage other stakeholders like investors and other industry leaders, to support these young innovators, to ensure that Nigeria is being transformed, to a technological powerhouse.
I'm Dr. Kudras Oyewumi. I'm a staff in the Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Computing and Information Technology. And we are one of the recipients of the NASENI initiative, which is through Delta initiative. And we are 9 in the team. My team and I were so honored to be recognized as one of the beneficiaries. And we see this as a valuable opportunity for us to strive more in our career, and also to encourage us to do better in providing solutions to critical technological issues in our community. We have seen that NASENI goal is to provide technological solution to our immediate problem in Nigeria, and giving us this opportunity has shown that this is a great pathway for this country to thrive and also to benefit the nation as a whole.
The Delta program is developing engineering leaders through her. This is a program that we started last year, and why we came up with this program is to see how we can encourage the participation of women in our engineering ecosystem, and most especially how we are going to capture the young girls in the secondary school and primary school to be interested in studying engineering in the tertiary institutions, so that we can have more female engineers operate in the ecosystem, because as of now Nigeria is far below the world average in terms of female participation in the engineering ecosystem. So we are trying to see how we capture them young, nurture them, mentor them, assist them on becoming great engineers in the future. So that is what Delta is all about. And with what we have done last year, the outcome has been very inspiring. For now, we have females that we have sponsored, and they are undertaking projects like the UAV vehicle for security detection that is being done by one of the female engineers. We also have one of the female engineers working on the production of brake pads using organic plant waste. So it answers to the call for waste to wealth theme that even the United Nations is talking about. And we also have science kits being developed by female engineers that will be used in our tertiary institutions. And also, what fascinated me most is the participation of the secondary school kids in terms of coming up with technology and engineering products that are very impressive. It is one of the highlights of our event last year, and this year we intend to focus more on those secondary school kids and see how we can encourage them actualize their dreams in terms of producing this kind of engineering products that they have been working on for a long period of time. So this year the program is going to be much wider and bigger and cover more areas across the country.